at 13. So Patrice told herself that she's going to take it onto herself to fight me. So this is, I turned 10 years old now, because this is at 10. I was 10. And so I had some peace after I beat up all those boys. I had some peace until Miss Patrice told herself that she wanted to have a fight with me. And I still remain being that young woman who just go about her ways on our break time, still walk up to the yard to get my lunch, still going to the commons and singing and climbing trees, and still being the sheen of the jungle that I've always been when I was a younger child. I still kept my name, Sheen of the Jungle. So I always have to be in the woods and climbing the trees and finding my fruits and, doing things like that. I never had any friends. I never had any true friends. Even though students in my class now wanted to talk to me and stuff, I still had kept to myself. I never really had a buddy. Never really had like a friend to say, yeah, this is my friend, I have a best friend. No. But however, this young lady, I don't remember exactly how it was, but I do remember that it was lunchtime and I had to walk home, and she was walking through the walk path with me, she and her gang of friend them, and trying to get this fight started. Again, the same hot potty thing came again, where they're throwing the rocks at me. I'm walking and I still say, can you please leave me alone? And as always, they jeered me. Can you please leave me alone? Listen to how she talk, listen to how she talk. And I would just keep walking. And my voice was way softer, so I spoke really softly. And, it was something else. So I got up to the road, because the way it was, I had the shortcut. Instead of walking all the way on the street, if I walked on the street, it would have taken me longer. But if I walked through the bush to cut through the bushes to get up to my house on the hill, it's faster for me that way. So I used to walk through this little bush part, and they're walking through the bush with me. So I got out on the street now where my gate is, and I normally have to climb over the gate, because that gate is always locked, because we live way up on the hill, and I have this long hill to walk up to get to the house. But I got right to the foot of the hill where the gate is, and I turned around and I said, you see how you guys walk all the way to my yard to have a fight with me, and I tell you guys I'm not gonna fight. And they're like, oh, I'm not gonna fight. So she threw the rock and hit and burst my lip. And I did this, and I'm tasting my blood, and for some reason, I don't know what it is about myself, that if you hit me a certain way or I'm tasting my blood, I'm like, okay, it's over. You draw blood. Like, for me in my head, I'm like, did you just draw my blood? So I went down and I pushed her, and I said, you see how I said I don't want to fight, and you keep coming to want to fight with me, so this is what they're like, yeah, fight, and that's how they're doing. So she pushed me, and I fell under the road, and I saw her coming, so I'm trying to get back up, and then she get on top of me and slapping me and stuff like that. And I was like, no, this big fat girl, me not make she not beat me up in here today, because I'm a slim child. I was a very slim child. And this big fat girl just texted upon me. She was not the prettiest. and she had some little short hair, just like about that, maybe about an inch long, and I didn't really have much to grab in, but I remember that I grabbed her in her throat, and I'm hanging on into her throat with one hand while she's holding me down on the road. And that one hand I used to hold in her throat, I was gripping as hard as I can in her throat, like I'm really trying to rip her wildpipe out of her throat. And that's the reason why I try not to get into fight, because I'm always looking to really hurt you. I'm not looking to just, I'm looking to damage you. And that's how I got her to kind of roll off of me. And then I rolled on top of her. I remember this part, and I remember grabbing her head and just start licking it onto the road. I was like a coconut, like you're trying to mash a coconut. That's how I was dealing with her head. And the girl rolled over on me, and her blood, she was just on me, and her blood leaking all over me. And I was like, I don't know if I go into a trance every time that I get into a fight, but it's the blood, like the blood dripping on me, make me feel like, what? And I'm like, what? And I'm looking, so I got up and I was like, oh my God. I don't know if I kill her. I was just knowing that I need to run. And so I jump over the gate and run up the hill. And I run up the hill, and me's like, oh my God, blood is on me. I need to not go straight to lunch. I run to the bathroom. I take off my uniform. I hide those uniforms because it's me wash my clothes. And I get a different uniform blouse. I clean up myself. I run into the house and say, oh, I'm sorry that I'm late for lunch, Mama. I was trying to finish up my schoolwork before, because I was behind in class. That's what I told her. And I couldn't even eat. Because I tremble. I was shaking, because I don't know if I killed the girl. I don't know what happened. I just know that I run. I left her laying down in the road, and the pitting them down there, I scream, and I go on with their antics. And then I look on her, and me just say, me's running. Me jump over that gate there and run my ass up to the yard. Me not see nobody, but I'm shaking. I don't know if they're gonna come up to the yard. I don't know what's happening. So I'm like, I tell Mama that I hurry up and eat, but I hide and go throw away half of my lunch. I couldn't eat. I had no appetite. Drink the water and run back to school. I was in my classroom and I was shaking. The whole time I was nervous because I didn't see the girl come back to school. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, where's I don't see none of the kids. I don't see nothing. I don't see nobody. And I'm shaking because I was like, what is happening? I don't see the girl. I don't know. I'm waiting to see if a teacher is going to come to me to say something to me. No teacher not saying nothing to me. Nothing. So I was just there, just keep on shaking. And I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't concentrate. Everything the teacher is saying, it's like I was not in class. I would keep playing back. I just keep playing back that I had her head hitting on the road. And remember the blood running out of me. I don't remember anything else. I just remember I was hitting her head in the road like a coconut. And then the blood dripping all over me, and the blood on my shirt, and the blood. And I was like, and then I start worrying. I was like, oh my God, I hope they don't find you. I was like, I start going through all these stages. And I was now worried, oh my God, I wonder if my grandmother find my uniform blouse with all of the blood and she gonna ask me. Now I'm like now I feel like my belly is hurting me. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. So school finally over and I'm walking home. I still don't see this girl, nothing. No teacher don't say nothing to me. So I don't know what to think. All I know, my belly hurting me like crazy. So I'm walking up the yard and I'm walking up. Then I saw Mama Taylor stand up in the middle of the yard with her hand like this. Her hand behind. Anytime you see a mother, a grandmother, or anybody of authority stand up with their hand behind their back like this, it's a belt behind. Belt in their hand. So I was like, I was like looking like, and I'm like, oh my God, she have belts. So me know, like a cat, just like I do like this, and me I try to, and every time I do this, so look, to see, me can see behind her. She like, come here to me, come here to me. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do, Mama? What did I do? And she's like, you go beat up people, pick me and make people come on me yard. And me have to stitch up girl head and all type of stuff. She has said, come here to me, come here to me. And she still have her hand behind her back, but she's talking, and I'm like, I was shaking my head. I said, no. I'm not going to get no beating today because it's not my fault. And I'm trying to explain to her. I said, she's like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. Come here to me. Come here to me. And her hand still behind her back, and she use one hand now. So me know say she have this strap in her hand. Me not go to her. Me not going to her. So you know me from that day when time the lady they give me the plastic bag, from that day until this day, me decide to go always carry my book in a plastic bag. Remember, me have no knapsack. I'm barefoot. Me have no shoes. Me have no knapsack. My plastic bag, scandal bag, shopping bag is my school bag. So me have my plastic bag in my hand with my school book them in there. And me tell myself, say, me not get no beating tonight. So you know me do? Me put my book, me run up, and she said, where you running to? Fling my book on the veranda, and me run gone a bush. Me there bush till me hear crickets and me see peeny wally. Peeny wally is what you guys, what you call those things here in America. But peeny wally is those little bugs that lights up, and it lights up all over. I can't remember what you guys call it here, but we call them peeny wally. And I see one whole bunch of peeny wally. Me still in a bush. Me now go home. Cause me tell myself me not get no beating tonight, cause nobody don't understand that I am the one who's always being attacked, and I have to. And when I defend myself, it always come out to be detrimental. And I can't help that. I've begged them to leave me alone, then walk with me, come straight to my yard gate. And when me bust the girl ass now and bust up her head or whatever me do to her, here goes me in a trouble now. So me then at the bush, and me now come out. Me no business nighttime. Remember me used to them as something from me little me I stay by myself for a whole long. Me not afraid. I never had no fear. So me decide say me I go take time go back at the yard now. Me take time. Me say everybody gone at them bed. Me go and me tidy up myself. Me never eat no dinner. Me never eat no the dinner. Did up on the table. Me go and me see the dinner cover up on the table, but me never eat no dinner. And the next day she said, you're not going to school today. Then write me a letter and tell me that you're on expulsion. And she sit down and she talked to me. She said, I'm going to have to send you back to your mother. I'm going to have to go back home to your mother. And as I please, she said, I can't do nothing. They said they don't want you back at that school. You cannot go back to that school. You're on expulsion. Meaning, you know, rabbits. I have a lot of rabbits here in my yard. They said, you cannot come back to the school, so I have to send you back home to your mother. And I cried that night, because I did love Mama Teda. I did love her very much. But that fight was the last fight at that school, and the last time that I would see Mama Teda. Part 14.